All right, so our first question is, what was your mission when you started Brother Wolf?
My mission when I first started Brother Wolf was to save as many homeless cats and dogs as we possibly could in the community.
And is it still the same? Has it evolved at all?
Our mission is still the same, although our vision for the future has changed as we've gotten bigger and kind of seen the different problems that are out there regarding animals in our community. So our mission is still the same, our vision has changed. We have bigger plans for what we want to do in the next couple of years.
Yeah, are you thinking of expanding?
We are not expanding physically, but just expanding our programs. So right now we focus on adoptions, and we want to kind of shift or add other programs such as keeping pets in their home, somehow coming up with a fund to help people care for their animals, like when they become sick or ill. Because right now we see that it's a huge problem. People have an ill or an injured animal and they can't afford basic vet care. So, establishing programs like that to help keep pets in their home is something we want to do. And I'm sorry, that's a grooming dog. We do grooming here to help raise money for the shelter. So that's a yappy grooming dog.
Okay. When did you open Brother Wolf?
I'm sorry, I just had lunch. I have like granola in my teeth. We started Brother Wolf in 2007 as a network of just foster homes. And then in 2009, June of 2009 is when we opened the shelter across the street. So when we started in 2007, we were just probably like 5 or 6 volunteers that had 3 or 4 dogs in our home. We were very small. And now we started running out of foster homes, and we realized there were way more dogs and cats that needed help, and we just couldn't do it with just foster homes. So that's when we opened this shelter in June of 2009. So we've been here for a little over 3 years.
How do you spread the word to get more people to volunteer here?
Well, we feel one of the most important things that we can do is community outreach. So every time you see us somewhere, if we're doing an adoption event at PetSmart, we're there to adopt animals, but we're also there to talk about our cause and to try to, provoke people to wanting to be interested in volunteering and coming down and fostering or doing any kind of volunteer work. So every time we do something, it's an opportunity for us to talk about getting people down here to volunteer.
Do you guys ever have any big business events, like fundraisers you were talking about?
Yeah, we just did. Last Friday we just did Drag Queen Bingo, so I don't know if you heard about that, but it was a lot of fun. It was at the Renaissance Hotel, so we had Asheville's Area's Finest drag queens, so we had 5 or 6 drag queens, bingo, we're playing real bingo. We had over 550 people there. Wow. It was crazy. It was a lot of people. It was so much fun. We had the people from the Zoom tours that were emceeing it. And it was just a great night. It was at the Renaissance Hotel, $20 a head to get in. We had a huge silent auction. So we're doing events like that all the time. And our next big fundraiser is actually next Friday, the 14th. We're doing a golf tournament at the Grove Park Inn.
Oh, cool.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So we're always, again, we have to raise a lot of money. It costs us close to $1 million a year to run this place.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel Brother Wolf gives back to the community?
Oh my goodness. Brother Wolf gives back to the community in so many different ways. And I think the community acknowledges it because for the last 3 years we've won in the Mountain Express Best Rescue, Best Shelter, and the last 2 years Best Nonprofit. So I think the community sees us that we're giving back. Yeah. We give back in the sense that we have, we're finding orphaned animals homes. So we're meeting a demand for animals that would otherwise be euthanized in other shelters to find them homes. So we're making the animals happy, and then we're also making people happy because we're providing them with their best friend who gives them companionship and love. So we're helping both animals and people. Then our food pantry, we have a food pantry that helps feed the animals in the community if people can't afford to feed their pets, which sadly during this economic time there are a lot of people that can't afford to feed their pets. Yeah. And some of them would rather feed their pets than feed themselves. So we don't want people to have to make that decision. We want them to be able to eat, and so there's wonderful places like Manna Food Bank for them, and then we have our pet food pantry here. So we provide free pet food to people who need it for dogs and cats. We also have different grants that allow us to provide free to low-cost spay and neuter. So that's another service that we help the community with, who people who couldn't afford to get their animals fixed otherwise. And on occasion we get grants where we could do free vaccines, so keeping pets healthy, keeping them in their homes. We have a trainer here that gives out free training advice to people that are having issues with their animals, whether they're being having problems with housebreaking or maybe dog issues. So we have a trainer who again helps people hopefully keep the pets in the home. And then just being a resource for volunteers, being a place where people can come and volunteer. We take Girl Scout troops, church groups. Tomorrow's Day of Caring, so we have a bunch of people from Mission Hospital coming to volunteer. So we're an outlet for people that want to give back to the community to come volunteer, and we make it really easy for people to come in. We don't have a lot of red tape and a lot of, you have to go through 5 orientations before you can come in here. No, we don't do that. We want you here, so we're going to make it easy for you to come in here and